Good morning, YouTube. Sophisticated Redneck here. As you all remember from the last video, we got this thing running, this 66 Patrol. Sounded good, other than the lake of oil that it created in my driveway. So as you can see, amazingly, I found these at O'Reilly's local parts store, 20 bucks. Everything I've read says that I have to pull the crank in order to be able to do the top seal. I've done a bunch of two-piece real main seals on small block Chevy stuff, and usually you can just slide the seal up through. I'm going to give that a try. Not saying it'll work. I may find out that I create work for myself. But anyway, let's go along for an adventure and see if we can't get the pan off of this thing and get a look up inside there and figure out where this thing is spitting oil from. What I'm hoping is that maybe one of the plugs came out at the back of the cam, and I can take these back and just go get a freeze plug and bang that in there and be done with it. But we won't know until we get underneath this thing and find out. So let's get into it and see what kind of craziness we've created for ourselves. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. Two circular plugs, a timing cover seal, a rear main seal, rear main cap, rear crankshaft retainer. Yeah, well, I don't know if this is going to work or not, because it says up here that it's for an international tractor, 2.9 liter, 2.8 liter, 2.7 liter, and 2.5 liter. So we're not going to open this until we get a look in there and see whether or not any of this is actually the parts I need. So let's get into it. Well, hello y'all. As you can see, I've got myself wedged underneath this thing. I've already kind of come under here and done a quick look around. I'm going to show you what... Okay. Anywho, this thing's pretty unique under here. It's the first time I've ever been down under it. So, I'm going to flip you around. We'll take a look at some things. And, we'll get right on into this thing. Okay, so, here we are. We're back under. You can see where that oil leak slick was. So, let me pan you around down here. And, I'll try and point at a few things and show you what I'm looking at, okay? So let's see if we can maybe zoom out as far as we can go here. Yeah, that's as far out as we can go. All right. So, as you can see, there's our oil pan. And everything's dry. Dry. You know, there's that C216 axle that everybody says is not able to be upgraded. We'll get into that on another video. So we have our exhaust comes around here, you know, and you can see what we're looking at here. I do not see a lot of moisture at the back of the pan, not the kind of oil. And if you see right in here how this comes from one side. So yes, there was oil coming out of the transmission cover, which we'll take off here in a little bit just for an inspection. I've yet to see what the clutch looks like. Over here you'll see motor mounts and clutch linkage, and it's kind of a unique design. But I think our Exxon Valdez problem was not a seal, and that makes me a very happy boy. So if you look up in here, we have the remnants of an oil pressure gauge. See it right there? And a little piece of plastic hose, all open, nothing hooked to it. So when I started this thing up, I started pushing oil out of there to beat the band. So for the time being, we are going to see if we can locate a plug to stick in there. And that will solve our oil leak. I do not have to break this engine open. Thank you, Lord. Some days you just get blessed. So that is what we're going to do to fix that, is we are just going to put a cap on it, and that will solve our oil leaking problem. Project for that will be done, so let's move on into something else. I'm going to go ahead and plug that off, and I'll get back with you. Oh baby, look at this hackery. We now have an underhood oil pressure gauge. Yep, that's because that's what I had laying around. We just ran that down there and plugged her in just to plug the hole. But now whenever I start this thing again, I'll be able to see what the oil pressure's doing without having to run around and take a look. So it makes it convenient. It ain't staying there. It's just some redneckery just to get that taken care of. But I think that's our cure for now. We'll deal with that later. Let's get into something a little more exciting. So we know that this rear axle has a bad bearing in it. So I think I'm going to jack it up, get this wheel off of there, start tearing into this hub, and see what we find. And hopefully we can make that correct and then move on to something else. Once we get that cured, we'll see about getting some brakes on it, restart it again, and maybe see if this thing will move on its own power. Goofy little project I did off camera. This rear door handle was broke. So yesterday I went to the swap meet, or the day before I went to the swap meet, and I found this handle for cheap. Did a little modifying, and there you go. Now we have a handle. So just little things here and there, Oh, there it goes. Perfect. All right, so let's get this thing jacked up and see what we come up with. Oh boy, let me get you in here. Alright, well, we got that tire off, and as you can probably see in the other part there, we've got significant things going on here. And somebody had started on it. We can tell by, come on, focus. Heck, this brake line's already disconnected. Looking at a few other things up here. We got body mount, looks pretty rugged, rough and ready. That one not doing anything, so yeah, we'll have to address those. Sway bar link, yeah, we don't need those, not where we're going. But anyway, I'm going to start unbolting stuff here and see if we can't get this apart. And I'll check back with you. Put you back on the stand, we'll time lapse this. I know nothing about this axle, so I don't know if it's a C-clip style or if it's a retainer style. We're just going to dig in and we'll figure it out. So as you saw in the first video, this thing had a bunch of Jeep parts in it. My guess is that they were getting ready to swap this rear end out to an AMC 20. AMC 20s aren't, in my opinion, the greatest axle. I guess they can be built, but I wasn't gonna do it. So I'm gonna try and fix this, because bearings are fairly universal as long as you can get sizes, measurements. As long as there's enough bearing here for that, I can take it in and I can get a bearing for it. So that is my game plan with this axle. Down the road game plan, I might get serious and four-length this thing and put better running gear under it and make it a very capable off-road vehicle. But as of right now, I just want to see if I can make it run and drive and enjoy it the way it is. Who knows, I may end up falling in love with the way it is and never do anything more with it other than maintain it. But won't know until I go digging into it. Alright, well, I have a feeling we're going to need a beater. I'm guessing that we're not a C-flip style. Let me go get a banger, see if we can maybe get this drum off of here. It don't look like it's been off in a few decades. So let's give ourselves every working advantage. Does have the used to have screw retainers, doesn't no more. So alright, let's go get a beater. We have the gentle, I'm kind of asking nice. And then we have Thor, who doesn't ask nice. And then we have other means if we need to. But let's start with just a gentle lovin'. Okay, Thor, you're up. give it some real persuasion. Right. Drum is off. All right. There we go. Okay. Actually, really good shape. Happy with that. Okay. Shoes look good. Yeah, wheel cylinders, not so much. Uh-huh. Well, there, sir, is your problem. Everybody see that? Huh? We have a significantly broken axle. Well, that's that, huh? Okay. Well, we've got, looks like 3 shims there. Let's pop them off. We want to make sure we keep those. Oop, that one's broke. Is it broke or is it the way it is? Well, we'll see. Oh, that's the way they are. Okay. And I believe there's one more here. Yep. That's that there. Okay. So, we'll have to press that out of there. So somebody got excited, I can see. Well, I can't say that this is what I wanted to find. What I wanted to find was a bad bearing. Because a bad bearing would be an easy fix. So what that means is I gotta climb under this thing and drop the 3rd member. Because we're gonna have to get the rest of this axle out somehow. We got a seal here on the outer. We've got some significant race damage. So we will have to get that out of there. Yeah, we got a project. We are in it now, Bubby. Yeah, she kind of tore stuff up a little bit. Not saying it's not salvageable. Okay, well, now it is time to go do the dirty. So I'm gonna stop you for a minute while I get things set up over here. I gotta get out another little blanket to lay on and a pan to put some fluids in and some more tools. Let's see if we can't get this third member apart. I have a feeling we're gonna have to tear the other side apart too. So we're gonna be rebuilding a patrol. With parts that don't exist. I ain't scared though. We'll get this apart. We'll probably get some cut to length axles, and you know, that'll give me a chance to look at the ring gear and the third member, and yeah, we'll go from there. Interesting. A little bit worse than I expected, but not the end of the world. Not for this old redneck. You know, we just need to find pieces and make it a puzzle. You know, just because there's not stock parts out there doesn't mean there's nothing that'll work. We just gotta figure out the puzzle. So, anyway. Let me get into it. Yep. I'm back. Here I come. Okay. Get in there. Alright, he's a moving. I like that it has a drain plug. Let's see what we get out of here. Oh, not bad looking. Metal, yep, we have plenty of that. If you can see it, that magnet's right full of crap, so that's nice. Well, I wanted to know what these axles would look like inside, so guess I'm gonna get to whether I want to or not, huh? Alright, moment of truth. There she is, y'all. Okay. So, we've had a little bit of bang-a-lang-a-lang in there. But overall, you know, I'm not going to say it's the worst I've ever seen. some backlash going on. Yeah. What we need to know is any pieces of that axle in here. I don't feel any. She's just dirty. So let's see. Where do we want to go from here? She could use a new gear, ring and pinion. I mean, she's got wear, but it's not significant. I mean, it's I could live with it. It could go another 100,000+ miles. And for all y'all that say there's no locker availability, I'm seeing the ability to put a lunchbox in this thing. I mean, you ain't gonna put air lockers in it, but a lunchbox locker would work. So, I think we need to get this other tire off of there. See if we can't shuck that axle out. And, yeah. We definitely got to tear it all the way apart, figure out where this groove came from, and yeah, we got things to figure out. All right, y'all. We're gonna do this in 2 parts, I think, because I don't have the parts for it. So right now it's just disassembly, and you pretty much got to see what all needs to be done. I'm gonna go ahead and off camera bang out getting that other side apart, get the center carrier out, basically strip it down and see about getting that other axle out. That'll be the fun part. I'm probably gonna have to use magnets and stuff, so that could bore you. If I run into anything interesting, I'll go ahead and get it recorded, so you know. But yeah, we have a broken C216, and we're gonna see if we can't put it back together. So for now, do get out there, do redneck things. Sometimes it doesn't have to be right, just has to be done. So y'all be good, have fun, and enjoy life.